Thanks for staying with us. So, moving on to other stories, Boss Mustapha, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, has asked Nigerians to stop saying the country is not working for them. According to him, there is power in the tongue, adding that what people say about the country is what they get. What are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation and call us on 081-270-53687 or 091-390-76948. But before we move on to this, do you have some tunes from the last?
Olamide Adela says, the government already taxes the formal sector, big companies. We need to formalize more of the economy and derive taxes from all commercial activities where it is sensible to do so. Ebezi Large says, there are people doing business on social media that are registered to give their business legitimacy. We have to recognize that, and they may be displaying various acts, but they could have registered businesses. Ola Didi says, there's a difference between company and personal taxes. One does not cover the other.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Boss Mustapha has told us that there's power in the tongue, and we need to be careful about what we say about Nigeria. What is your thought, Jumoke?
Okay, yeah, I quite agree there is power in the tongue. You can, when you wake up every day, there are certain things you're supposed to say to yourself. It helps you. It helps the way you carry yourself during the day. It helps you. It's just an affirmation. But then, saying that we should see white and call it black is also deception. And I think that it's not also right for us to deceive ourselves. For me, I would say, when people are saying something is not working, is it true? The kind of news we hear these days, are they the kind of news that gives us joy? Do we smile when we hear the news? The answer is no. So if people are saying this thing is not working, it's not a lie. And most times, I think the first step to progress is responsibility, accepting responsibility. That is this thing true? Yes, what they are saying is true. So what do we do?
How do we fix it?
It's just like programming. If A is not working, move to B. So if it is not working, we are not saying people should dwell on the fact that it's not working, and then it becomes a national anthem. No, it's not working. So what's the step to move it forward, to make things better? So I wouldn't agree with the fact that we should see something and not say it. But
when we start singing it, because the average Nigerian has a sing song that they use
that's
concerning the country.
Yeah, that's the part I have a problem with. Individually, as an individual, we also have our responsibility. We also have ways we can make it work within our little space, no matter what we have, no matter where we are. Individually, I can do something that would influence someone else to do better. I can do something that would touch someone, and then the person would say, it's just like, I wouldn't say because, okay, I'm poor, yes, I need 10 naira now, and I see somebody's money drop, and I just...
And you steal it.
So in my own little way,
you do your
giving
best.
it to the person is also a kind of responsibility. That would also speak to that person.
That we have good Nigerians.
Yes, and that would also encourage that person to also do something. So individually within our space, we have what we can do to make it work.
What do you think, Miriam?
He's right. Power of the tongue, we understand that very much. But I don't know if I come out and say, I have electricity in my house 24/7, and I say it so many times, but there's no electricity. The road to my house, you know, is well laid and well done. There are no potholes. It does not even cause any traffic. No matter how many times I say that, nothing is going to happen unless those who have been mandated to carry out the responsibility of providing those services start to do their job. So I would say for you personally as well, all those that are in government, say to yourself every day, I will do better today. That's the sort of positive things, affirmations you should say for yourself. I will do better today. I will make a difference with my office, with the responsibility that's been given to me. I will stand out. That is where it should start. But to say to Nigerians about the systems that are supposed to be in place, I don't know how you're, we sit down here and we're talking of children being kidnapped. I don't know how many times we're going to say, well, children are not kidnapped. Children are not kidnapped. We unkidnap the ones that have been kidnapped and all the ones that are still in captivity. The truth is that Nigeria is not working and it's not working, and people are saying it because it is not working. In so many different ways, Nigeria has stopped working. When you do not have good roads, when you do not have, roads, that's even secondary, education, proper healthcare system. We are talking today about doctors on strike going back and forth. We're talking about ASU constantly threatening strike. Our children are at home, one, because it's either they're afraid, schools have been closed in the north because they're afraid of kidnappers. People are at home because teachers are on, ASU is on strike. People don't get to go to the hospital. When they do get to the hospital, there's no one to attend to them because doctors are on strike. There's no how positive I want to be with my words that will change that unless we step in and start to do something. There's nobody living in Nigeria that wants the country to fail. This is our home. We have nowhere else to go. Many of us, even those that have visas to travel left, right, and center, still want to come back home. That's why people even have their country homes. They want to come home. They want to be able to show everyone, bring their friends from abroad and say, come and see my own side of town. But we cannot do that if those who are meant to lead us are corrupt. The problem with Nigeria is not lack of positive affirmation, it's corruption. People that have been given the mandate to lead our country, instead of using the resources for what they are meant to be used for, are using the money for their own personal gain. And that's the problem.
Okay, before I come to you, Nima, let me take this call. Tony from Lekki. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. Could I talk about the tax issue?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I actually think it's a good thing because when you look at our youth today, if they are not led or pressed to pay taxes, they will grow up and feel that because we in Nigeria here, we never seem to grow. So we'll be adults and still believe that we don't have to pay taxes. So they should be paying taxes. Everybody should learn to pay taxes, even from a small age. If a parent can tell a child that is earning to pay for her tithe, then they should learn to pay taxes. Because this is the future of a nation. Because if they don't learn now, when will they learn to pay taxes? It's important we learn to pay taxes from a younger age, as long as we are earning. It's a good thing. And I support the government for that.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, before I come to you, Nima, where does hope come from? Because I know that other countries have their issues. They have serious issues. I remember, I think I've shared it on this table, the last time that I was in the US. That week that I landed, there were killings on the streets of New York. Like the hotel where we stayed, 2 blocks away, young men were killed. And nothing happened. Nothing. You know, when we watch the movies and we see how everybody just swoops in and, you know, they start carrying out investigation, forensic and all of that. We didn't see all of that. They have their local television where they have panelists like we talking about all the things that are happening that does not make sense to them. Just the way we come here and we talk about issues, that's exactly, and we don't get to see that part. But you don't really see Americans talk ill about their country. Like, really speak the way we speak about our country. They don't do it outside. They don't call it worse. Yes. So what do we learn from that? And I think that's what Boss Mustapha is trying to say.
That's what he's trying to say. But Nigeria is not working when people say it means that we don't have proper health care, which is why the president will travel to the UK and have his consultants there. Even though we've been talking, he had his first term to bring his consultants to build hospitals here, but it didn't happen. He's still in his second term visiting the UK for medical care. So when they say Nigeria is not working, I think people allude to infrastructures failing. But we've heard Nigerians say the worst things
about their country. As
if we don't have a saying in Yoruba, people, you call good to yourself. But Nigerians, an average Nigerian is stressed in traffic, as if traffic is not where he wants to go in Canada and the US. You say, this country is God-forsaken. This country is, I've heard, as in, so there was a person beside me and he kept on at it. At some point, I felt like I would just faint from the terrible negativity he kept spewing. And I asked him, I said, okay, which of these countries have you been? He said, you know, they say I'm for movies. I said, boss, now for movies, now they swear for the country where they're from, born you like
Jesus.
This. You know, your ancestors were here. You did not even make village work. You had to come to Lagos. And you are here. All you're doing is cursing. That means if you were in your house, in the village, in that family will not work. Because cursing is what you know how to do. You know, Nigerians do these things all the time. You're in the hospital, you're having a bit of hardship. wait it out, as if you will not wait
Nima,
out.
let me take this call from Hassan. Hassan from Lekki, good morning, sir.
We lost that.
We lost
but
that.
you know, Nigerians are in the hospital. We see in the real movies that they show, those ones that are not on the Grammy list, you see them, how people queue up in the waiting room in hospitals to see doctors. Some people are tired of carrying the baby. They're calling their systems, their legal, their justice system has its own issues. Everywhere in the world, everything has clogs. You work every time to remove them.
All right, Nima, let's go to the commercial break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.